I'm Harry from Shvpes and you're listening to Louder.
I can remember what the fun and forget, and when the drown and sink and float in regret. Circumnavigating the plane out in I spent 5 years fishing the bay. Fuck!
So I'm with Harry of Shvpes.
Shvpes?
That a lot of people pronounce differently because the A is upside down.
Yeah, the A's are unfortunately flipped around, which we like to play on a little bit, but
So it is definitely Shvpes.
it's definitely Shvpes,
Okay.
100% Shvpes.
Recently you've released a video
Yep.
for State of Mind,
Yep, that's the one.
and I think the video was very interesting.
Yeah.
But I think it also put you in a weird situation because you went against internet use and addiction.
Yeah.
But I think you commented earlier, I think over the summer, that all of you are still addicted to your phones.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where we kind of wanted to, because, well, like you said, we're all, like, I'm always on my phone, it's a real problem kind of thing, and we kind of wanted to shine a light on the fact that everyone has got that problem, and even ourselves, and, like, it's just the way that kind of the world is now, that you can't just, you have to be connected all the time, and that's what we kind of wanted to play on, and just prove to people that everyone's addicted, really.
Okay, and how about the online haters?
Well, you see that you're always going to get online haters. That's the thing. Like, you're always going to get the so-called trolls and whatnot. But I guess that's the beauty of the internet. Everyone gets their own say and stuff, and you can choose whether or not you're bothered by that. And I kind of like it because it gives you. It wouldn't be fun if everyone was just singing your praises all the time. So it's kind of good to hear both sides of things, and
Toughens you up.
yeah, toughens you up, gets you ready for the real world.
Great. Recently you've got a lot of attention. Okay, you've played Slam Dunk, and
Yeah.
I think you even had a spot, was it last year at Download?
Yeah, we played Download this year. Yeah.
You've been to Europe supporting a lot of big bands, but still you don't even have a proper EP out as Shvpes.
As Shvpes, no, we brought we had an EP out when we were Saitota, but because it was a really tough one, because that's why we kind of just brought out 2 singles, and we've literally spent the past year working on this album, so we didn't want to rush anything, we didn't want to bring anything out, because we want people to really get a vibe of what we're all about when we bring out a full body of work.
Okay, so what can you say about the upcoming album?
It's fast, it's heavy, and it's just really in your face, man. It's really exciting. Like, we've worked
have a
really hard
name?
on it. Not yet, not quite yet. At the moment, it's just album 1 right now, because we're literally just about to go into the studio to record it. So we're waiting to see what names come to mind when we're kind of in that process.
Any anticipated release dates? Summer of 27, 2000?
It's just so much. Well, it feels like that. I mean, it's going to be. We got to record the thing first, and then we kind of want to drip songs into the mainstream and, like, see how people react and stuff. And then when we feel the time is right, we'll drop it. So it'll probably be like just at the tail end of the summer 2016.
Okay, and you guys have mentioned that you don't like going into different molds and falling into descriptions, but what can we expect from the album?
Just something different, you know. Like, I mean, there's I know a lot of bands say that, and, like, it's quite a cliche thing to say, really. Oh yeah, it's going to be different from everything else. But we really feel that that's why we spent so long on it, because we didn't just want to bring something out that we as music fans felt that we'd heard before. So we worked really hard to make sure it was something that we personally thought was different.
Okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last September, just a few months ago, you performed at is it Butterfest?
Butterfest, yeah.
Butterfest, which is an alcohol-free festival.
Yeah, alcohol-free.
How is that like?
It's very strange. I mean, it's interesting to see how festivals kind of have other activities to keep people preoccupied other than, like, drinking themselves to death.
Do
kind
they?
of thing. Yeah,
Like
they have
what?
like gladiator things, like boxing. Like, it's really weird. It's kind of like a kid. It's almost like they play it off as, like, there's loads of activities for grown people, but in a kid environment kind of thing. It is really cool, to be fair. It's a really chilled out vibe. Everyone's really friendly. Like, it's a great festival, man. Like, I'd really recommend it.
Was it difficult performing and walking around not having a beer in your hand?
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, I kind of liked the change in it. Really, like, it was a really nice day as well. It was, like, boiling hot, and the surroundings were lovely as well. So it would have been nice to have some sort of alcoholic beverage, but You know, you go in there knowing it's alcohol free, so you kind of like mentally prepare for it.
But
so,
that's it. Every other day, not.
Nah, every other day, not alcohol free. Like today's not going to be alcohol free.
Okay. I think you have a shirt out that kind of points out that the V is upside down, that you flip it.
Yeah,
Do you
flip
get a
the
lot
V.
of comments about the V and the A's and being called Shvpes or Shvpes?
Shvpes, yeah, and we get it a lot, but the whole reason we did it was so we stood out. So like say if you put that into Google, we'd be the first thing to come up. So it's just easier for people to kind of access our stuff online, and we didn't want to pick a name where it could get mixed up with something else. But it's also cool to plan it in merch, things like the Flip the V thing we've got going on, and like it just makes it a little bit more interesting and causes controversy, which is a good focal point, so people talk about it.
Okay. As I mentioned before, you were Saitota. I mean, you've pointed out that you started off as Saitota, and you still perform some of the Saitota songs.
Well, as of this tour, it's the first tour we're doing where it's completely new set list, and we're showcasing 4 new songs from the album. Just one of them on these dates. We played another one for the first time. We played with Young Guns a couple of weeks ago, but today we're playing 2 tracks that no one have ever heard before.
You performed in some festivals, and then with Fight Star.
Yeah.
Okay. And Crossfade's kind of along your lines of music, but Fight Star even nothing more. And of course the festivals, and you perform to some mainstream fans.
Yeah.
Is it kind of weird looking at the fans and seeing that they're a bit shocked by your heaviness?
Not really. I think it all comes down to that like making a statement kind of thing. And it's kind of we like knowing that we've kind of switched it up a little bit, and that we're different, and that we stick out like a sore thumb to the other bands. So if someone's like, "Oh, who did you see?" they'll think, "Oh, there was that heavy band that were playing." But I'd see with Crossface. Yeah, you are right. That was more our thing. But I think with Fight Star, I personally take a lot of influence from them. So I think their fans were definitely into that, because this is the venue we played at when we played with Fight Star, and they all seem to really be into it. So sometimes people get a taste for heavier things and they absolutely love it, but some people obviously it's not really their cup of tea. But again, controversy.
Okay. I know a lot of new bands, they get a lot of family support. So you have your family coming, your friends coming.
Yeah.
And I don't know if most of your friends know that, but Griffin is the son of Bruce Dickinson.
He is indeed, yeah.
So is that a weird interaction when you go back to your family and all of a sudden, ooh, that's Bruce there, or Austin?
Well, not really, because I mean, I've known Austin for a very long time, because Rise to Remain, the band he was in before As Lions, were the first band to take us out on tour when we were like 14 years old. So I've known Griffin and I've known Austin for like a very long time, and it doesn't make a difference. He's a normal guy, you know what I mean? We're just all normal people, and we don't kind of let it get in the way of what we want to do.
Does it not add more pressure knowing that you have like a very strict dad that's going to tell you exactly what you're doing wrong?
No, not really. I mean, it's good to know we've got an extreme professional there in case we do need to have some advice, but we kind of like to do everything ourselves, trial and error, you know, like just because we don't think it would be right if we kind of piggybacked on the back of that and like sort of used to cheat. Like we kind of just do our thing, and if we do it right, we do it right, and if we do it wrong, we learn from it. So
final question, what's up next for Shvpes? What's 2016 going to bring for you?
2016 is the start of the year. We're recording this album finally getting that done, and then we're going to be out on the road as much as we possibly can, playing these new tunes, getting people excited, promoting that, launching that, and just really starting to properly get going on this whole Shvpes thing finally, really, after a year of having the name and a year of people asking, where is this album? So now we're finally actually bringing it out there and letting people know what we're all about.
Okay, is there anything else you want to add to the fans listening?
Just please check us out, like check out our videos, we'd really appreciate it, and as always, like if you like the tunes, come down and like we'll have a beer, we'll have a good time.
Okay, well Harry, thank you very much.
My pleasure.